Have you been wanting to try Shein nail products, but you're not sure if they're gonna work? Well, I got you. We're about to try some stamping plates from Shein and see if they are any good. What's up, nail crew? It's Nicole, your fellow nail obsessed DIYer. And like I said, we are trying some Shein nail stamping plates. I am so excited. This was only the second thing I've tried from my big Shein haul that I did the other week. I'll make sure I link that in the description if you want to check out everything I got at Shein for under $30. It was just over $30. And I got a ton of nail art products. I tried some stickers, but I felt like stickers, they're pretty consistent about, across the board, like they're just a sticker. Either they stick or they don't. But nail stamping plates, there are a huge difference in nail stamping plates about whether you can actually pick up an image. So I didn't try any of these before I did this mani. I was just going for it during the mani to see if it would work. And if it wasn't gonna work, I was gonna try every single little image on the stamping plate to see if I could get one to pick up. The very first thing that I'm doing is I am dipping my nails. I use this gorgeous pink shimmery color called It's a Sin If You Don't Reach Back from OG Dip Powder. And it was, I've said this in a million videos, I am obsessed with wearing pink on my nails, and right now, it's about to be Valentine's Day in another month, so it is a perfect excuse for me to wear as many pinks as I possibly can, whether or not they're Valentine's manis. This one I actually did pick to do a Valentine's mani. I made sure that I got a Valentine's plate with lots of hearts. Now, normally I'm not somebody who wears a lot of hearts. I'm not huge on Valentine's Day, minus the whole getting to wear pinks, but I don't typically like hearts. Usually I hate wearing hearts, but once a year I will wear them for fun, just for Valentine's Day. And that's what I decided I was going to stamp, some fun, cute little hearts. I use my Maniology stamping polishes. They're my favorite polishes. I figured if I'm going to use a Shein plate, I'm going to give myself the best possible chance of picking up the image with some good stamping polish. And that is why I went with my Maniology ones. I did not get any stamping polish on Shein. I didn't even look. I've tried other brands stamping polish before. I've tried Born Pretty a while ago, and it just didn't work very well at all. So ever since then, I've just been using Maniologies. I've heard that there are other good brands out there. So if you know what brands of stamping polish work well, drop it in the comments and let me know. I'm curious to know if there are any other ones out there that work as good as Maniology stamping polish. I decided to go with 2 layers of the pink for my nails, and then I put clear over top of them, activated and buffed, so that I would really have a nice, beautiful base for my stamping mani. And I decided to be a little ambitious with the stamping mani, so I only went with one color, this pink, because I was afraid I want to stamp on every single nail, and I've actually never stamped on every single nail before. I've only done maybe one to two fingers at most. So when I decided to do stamping on all 5 nails, I was like, okay, I can't do more than one color dip wise, or I'm going to end up just being really tired from dipping so many different colors or glitters or anything. Anytime you want something super simple but beautiful, I always grab a shimmer. It's just, shimmers are my go-to. They're always easy to work with, especially if you have a really good brand. Some shimmers have not been as great that I've worked with, but everything from OG that I use goes on so easily. But especially these shimmers, if you are new and you're just starting out, shimmers are going to be your best friend. They really are forgiving, and you can pour them over. You can lay your nail into them if you still need a little bit extra coverage. See, there, sometimes I'll pour the powder over and then I'll just lay my nail into it real quick just to kind of make sure everything's soaked up. And if you keep your dip base really thin, even if you pour the powder over and lay your nail in, your layers will still stay really thin. I was able to keep them really thin even with the clear dip powder over. And I always dip clear as my last dip if I'm using dip liquids, because I like to make sure that I don't mess up my colors at all when I buff and shape. I mean, you can see as I'm doing the activator on my nails that I really do not need to buff. I could have gotten away with practically no buffing. I love how it feels. Just do a little buff. I decided to do all that off camera so that you wouldn't have to sit and watch me do that, since we're here to check out these stamping now. I forgot to press record when I did my first stamp. So you can see the first nail, and you can see the stamping on it. I decided to go with little white and black hearts. I was using gel base and gel top. I wanted something really fast, and I forgot to grab out my sticky base. So I was like, okay, I'll just use my gel base and gel top already out. I'm just going to use it. I was so excited about how this little plate ended up being so nice from Shein. The image that I decided, I just like randomly picked a little heart and I thought, okay, I can do black and white hearts. Like it's not super pukey Valentines. So if I do little black and white hearts, I can alternate on each nail, whether the black's on the bottom and the white's on the top, or the white's on the bottom and the black's on the top. So I did that for each nail, and put them on a different spot on my nail. I ended up really loving this. I was super sad when one of the nails popped off, and then I ended up having to pop off the rest because I actually ended up loving a heart mani. I know, shocking, like I never thought I would really love a heart mani like I did this one. And I want to do a little experiment on my nails. I normally do gel base or Maniology sticky base for underneath my stamps. I wanted to see what would happen if I stamped directly over a nail that's been activated, buffed, shaped, filed, all that, and then I wiped it off with isopropyl alcohol on a lint-free wipe. I couldn't believe that it stuck. I really thought that it was not going to stick. I did make sure, like typically when I'm doing stamping, you want to apply your polish quickly, give it nice, strong, quick swipes, 1-2 max of swipes, roll your stamper in the opposite direction that you swiped. You just never ever want to roll it in the same direction. It doesn't seem to pick up as well, or like one of the opposite directions. So that one, they picked up, these stamps picked up really well on this plate. I was so excited. And when I was doing it on the nails that didn't have any gel base down, the gel base was fully cured on my other nails before I pressed it down. I made sure I like really pushed down onto my nail to make sure that since there was really nothing for it to stick to, the stamp, there was nothing for it to stick to, I just made sure I really pressed down. And I moved pretty quickly when I was doing these stamps because I wasn't sure, like if I figured if they dried, there was no way that they were gonna stick to my nails. I did my ring finger and my pinky finger and my thumb without any kind of gel polish, sticky base, anything. I just slap those stamps on. Now, I don't know if this would work for like every single image. My guess is if you're doing like a full big image and you want it on your entire nail, or you're doing reverse stamping, I don't think that reverse stamping is going to work without some kind of sticky base because the polish is totally dry. I'm pretty sure I tried doing a reverse stamp without using some kind of sticky base or gel under it, and I don't think it worked out. I feel like I tried that like at least a year or maybe 2 years ago if not longer, when I started stamping. After you get all your stamping done, you want to make sure the stamps are totally dry. If you try to put any kind of top coat, gel base, gel top, anything over them and they're not totally dry, you're going to risk smearing your stamps. You're going to be really upset if you smeared your stamps that you worked so hard to do. So I waited a few minutes before I even attempted to put gel base or gel top over these. I did do a layer of gel base over all of them, the ones that had gel base under and the ones that didn't have gel base under. I just wanted to make sure that the stamps were totally encapsulated and wouldn't get messed up when I top coated them. If you're ready to learn more about stamping, come check out this next video where I go over how to reverse stamp. Thanks so much for joining me today, Nail Crew.